Welcome back to the Advisor Growth Experts YouTube channel, where we teach financial advisors how to buy, grow, and sell. My name is Patrick Brewer. I'm the founder of Advisor Growth Experts and the CEO of a $2 billion plus wealth management firm with multiple successful exits over the years. And today we are going to be talking about ways to maximize your revenue from testimonial marketing. Adding clients in today's world is difficult. There's a lot of larger firms that are reaching down market, offering more services for less money. Consumers are better educated. Some are even taking matters into their own hands and doing their financial planning and investments themselves. So you face a lot of headwinds as a financial advisor that's looking to grow your practice. As it relates to marketing, there's three primary things that make it tough for you. Number one, you're selling an intangible service, which means you don't have a physical product. They can't give you reviews and say the packaging was great, or oh my God, this product, when I took it out of the box and used it, it transformed my life. It takes years, sometimes even decades, for people to get results from the services that you provide. The second thing is that you need to leverage forms of marketing that are just more expensive and take more time than other industries. So things like direct response, where you're buying leads, you are going and doing workshops, you're doing webinars, you're using Google, in order to drive traffic. People come to your office, they meet with you, and the trust just isn't really there. And then on top of the fact that you're selling an intangible service, it just gives people a lot of pause. And then on the trust side, you have to work through referrals and introductions, which means that you're having to leverage somebody else's trust to build your own. There's really not a strong way to accelerate that process. You can't just spend more money on marketing and accelerate the trust curve. So it leaves you in a position where you're just having to wait and pay more for clients to sign up with you. So how do you solve these problems? You're facing these headwinds. Well, what's the actual solution? Well, that's where testimonial marketing comes in. It can really help you accelerate the trust building process, and it can also reduce your overall spending on marketing. But there's probably a few mistakes that you're making right now, some of which you might be aware of and others maybe you're not. The first is maybe just not doing testimonials at all. And I know that the SEC guidance is new and you may be looking to competitors to see what they're doing before you record and distribute testimonials, but I would encourage you to get started. This is the number one way for you to get clients in 2024 and beyond. The second is you may not have the appropriate story arc when your clients are talking about how you have helped them with their financial goals. If you just have a bunch of random clips kind of mashed together, it's not going to create an emotional connection with the viewer, and it's going to fall flat. And the third is you may not have the appropriate distribution. You may have it on your website, but you don't have any retargeting set up across other platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, where you can basically follow prospects around the internet and then push them back to your site. So how do you set up a consistent process to generate results from testimonial marketing? Well, I'm going to give you an 8-step process that has worked well for me. Number one, you're going to want to identify your top clients. Now, this doesn't mean your wealthiest clients. It doesn't mean the clients that have been with you the longest. These are the clients that you would hate to lose and love to clone. These are the people that are perfect fit for your target audience, because remember, we're trying to get more of your target audience in your pipeline so that they can become actual clients of the firm. Number two, you're going to want to find a videographer that has the ability to capture the proper story arc. This is not just somebody that you found on Craigslist for $30. It's not your cousin. This is someone who can send you a work product of other companies that they've produced testimonial videos for that show a progression where at the end of the video, you feel almost like an emotional connection to the people that went through the process of sharing their story. This is going to cost you anywhere from, on the low end, maybe $80 an hour, upwards of a couple $100s an hour, depending on if you go with an individual contractor or with an agency. You're most likely going to want to go with a videographer that has the ability to do the post-production as well, which means they can not only film it, but they can edit it and pull it into a more cohesive format. Step three, you're going to want to find a professional and inviting space to record the video. You may initially think that your office is the best place, but from what I've seen, most financial advisor offices are not well lit and well decorated and may not lend itself to this type of a format. So go on a website like www.peerspace.com. You can rent out a studio for an hourly rate, and that will give you a more inviting space with better lighting to produce the perfect testimonial. Number four, you're going to want to schedule everything so that there's no mistakes come filming day, which means you need to coordinate with your studio, the videographer and your client to make sure that everyone knows when to show up and what to do on the day of recording. That usually means you're going to provide your client with a script of questions and prompts that they may have to respond to. So make sure that you think those through in advance so that they come prepared with answers that will move the video forward and not leave you hanging during the post-production process. To help you with this process, I created a list of questions that have worked well for me when it comes to testimonials, and I went ahead and dropped a link in the description, so feel free to download that and use it to get started. Step number 5. Now you have a finished raw video of hopefully at least 3 clients that have shared their stories, and it's up to the videographer or the agency to pare these down into something that will resonate with your target audience. What I would recommend is that you have at least a few edits in your quote, in your budget, to go back and forth with the videographer to make sure that this meets your vision for how you want the stories to come across. If you're curious about what a final version of a testimonial video should look like, you should check out this image from one that I recorded. I've also included a link to that in the description if you wanted to watch it. So when you go through the editing process, you feel confident to call out different things to make sure that you have the proper art. Step 6, you've done it. Now you have a fully produced professional testimonial video. The question is, what do you do with it now? You just let it sit and collect dust? Absolutely not. You're going to want to display it prominently on your website. I suggest your homepage right below the banner, or at least kind of mid-scroll. That will give you prime real estate for whoever hitting the site to kind of watch it and see the stories of the clients that you've helped. From there, you're going to add that video to your email lists or your email newsletter so that every person that opens your email will see it and watch the video. And third, you're going to want to set up some basic website retargeting and put some ad dollars behind it. I recommend anywhere from $20 to $25 a day so that when someone who has already been to your site goes and they're browsing on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, they're going to see a video of the testimonials, and you can push them back to your website. If you're curious on how to set all of that up, because it is somewhat technical, you're going to want to go to a platform called www.upwork.com, where you can hire contractors to set up website retargeting, upload things to your website, or even put together an email template that you can use for your newsletter. Step 7. This is where you need to revisit the process. You have one video that you've created. Hopefully it's producing some fruit for you. And then quarterly, what I would recommend is you're interviewing at least 2 more clients and you're capturing those stories so that you can create more videos to put in front of your prospects, but also start to build out a social proof page on your website so that when someone hits your website and they see, here are the stories of our clients, it's not just one client, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's 10, it's 15, it's 20. So there is now this undeniable evidence that you are the person that knows how to help people with these problems, and they would be stupid, frankly, not to hire you. Step 8. So this is just video testimonials. There's obviously lots of different types of testimonials and social proof that you should be aware of. Google reviews, Yelp reviews, all these different platforms that help you advance the evidence around you providing a good service to the public. What you need to be doing here is targeting one of these types of review platforms each quarter and trying to make some headway. So maybe that is 5 Google reviews from your top clients where they leave feedback on the experience that they've had with you, or maybe Yelp reviews, or another platform that you feel is relevant based on the demographic that you serve. But either way, you want to make this a habit. Every quarter, you are constantly advancing the social proof. So again, it is undeniable that you are the advisor that people are looking for to help them manage their finances. So there you have it. That was the 8-step process to help you grow and maximize your revenue from testimonial video marketing. If you like this content, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to put out a lot more content related to buying, growing, and selling, which is what we help financial advisors with. So if you're looking to add clients through marketing, acquire firms through M&A, or exit for a premium multiple, you're going to want to stay tuned to the upcoming videos. See you next time.